Hi, my name is Teri Rose, and I want to share something with you, hopefully in a concise enough manner that I can fit enough information on about it, but in a way that you can use it. I want to give you this example to show you the importance of creating an intention for everything that you do, being proactive with your thoughts. I have a couple of things that just happened to me that I'm just in awe every single time that happens. I'm really not, because I do expect it, which is why it happens. You have to have faith and expectancy in there in order to really have things happen. I believe that very strongly, but at the same time, I just never get complacent about it, I'll say. I've been kind of feeling down a little bit. It's the day before Thanksgiving, 2008, and with the economy and with so many people losing their jobs and friends and family and people that I know about that have been affected by everything, I can't help but just kind of get down. So I have to do my own process all the time. When it gets this way, I have to listen to more uplifting CDs and replays of seminars and things that I've done that fit with what I believe, that really reinforce the positive aspects of my life. I've been doing a lot of that recently, and there were a couple things. I had created this intention that something was going to happen by Thanksgiving, so that I would just feel really grateful and happy and excited and that kind of thing. I wanted to have those kind of emotions and feelings, and here it is, the day before Thanksgiving, and it really hadn't happened as of yesterday. So I went to Plan B, and I just said, okay, what I want to do is I want to have something happen today that just makes me feel really good and really hopeful and appreciative, real positive kind of a feeling and energy when I go to bed tonight. So I created an image of sitting down, and this is what's really important to understand, that a lot of people don't know what to think about, they don't know what to visualize, they don't know what piece of it to take. But what I do, if the big piece doesn't seem to be happening, or there's too big of a gap, I talk in my coaching about the gap from here to there. It's really important to understand how big the gap is, and even though you have a big goal that's out there, something that you're working towards, you have to take those little bite-sized pieces so that you can have see some action, see some good things happen, and build on those good feelings. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to do a plan for today. I want something to happen today that allows me to feel really good when I go to bed. So I sat down and I visualized that. I write out little snippets of like a scene that I'm creating, what it smells like, tastes, what it feels like, what I feel like inside, any of the senses that I can just really be very vivid about. I try to jot those down, and that gives me something to focus on when I'm actually looking, when I'm trying to think of something. It gives me a focus. So I created that scene and then I created the feeling inside. That is the most important thing that you really have to understand. You want to create the feeling, what it's going to feel like when this thing happens. So if you don't know what to plan for a goal and what to look at, then make it something about how you want to feel at the end of that day. I would say just about every time I do that, something happens, and I end up feeling that way before I go to bed. Something good happens. So I created this vision, I thought about it, I attached the positive energy to it, I got good feelings in my heart and what it felt like to feel appreciative and grateful and excited and relieved, any of those kind of feelings. I create those feelings, I think of memories until I'm really feeling those feelings, and then I bring in this image and I make it real in my mind, and then I let go of it. I just kind of release it to the universe and let go of it. And I had done that, and I did that earlier in the day, and then I got busy, went about my day, and as the day was winding down, I had left my computer on, so I ran in because I was waiting for an email, and so I ran in to look for this information as I shut things down, and I decided to that I would check on something really quickly, and here I had 8 responses to something that I had just worked on and done, and I sat there and it felt so good. I was so excited, and so I went ahead and shut everything down, and when I went and sat down in my bed, there it was. I hadn't even connected it really earlier when it happened, but as I sat down in my bed, there was that deja vu, because I had created this feeling, this image as I was sitting down in my bed, how it was going to feel that night, and there it was, this little thing that had just happened that was a big deal to me. 8 responses that was quite a bit, and I just felt really good about it. So I just sat there and allowed myself to really bask in that feeling and have that appreciation just sort of permeate my room, and just feel that gratitude that there is something that responds when we are clear with an intention. It happens so often. So anyway, to make a long story short, I ended up having a meeting today with someone about a business partnership that I was working on, and I'd been creating this vision for quite a while of finding the right person. Never in a million years would have expected this thing to happen with the particular person that I met for breakfast this morning. We ended up working out all these details. The perfect thing happened. I walked out of there feeling like I was floating on air, and so here it is. My bigger vision for Thanksgiving, that I'd created a while back, how I wanted to feel at Thanksgiving. I'd created this vision of just kind of getting up, and as I walked into my kitchen feeling so good and feeling so thankful for all of the blessings in my life and all the good things going on, and just being able to go about my day in that feeling, instead of this feeling kind of the stress that I've been feeling over the world situation and that kind of thing. So I walked out of this meeting with the perfect situation, just feeling so thankful. And then I came home, and a little while ago I realized, there it is. There was my thing. Tomorrow, I know I'm still going to be feeling good about this, and I'll get up and I'll walk into my kitchen just as I had planned in this visualization that I had created, and I will feel those feelings of gratitude, because it's just one of those things that came from a direction that I never would have suspected. And when I went to meet this person, it's not someone that I would have thought of that this would have worked out in the way that it did. So I don't want to get into too many details, and that's really not important. What I really want to stress is just the fact that I created a vision for both of these things, a visualization in my mind. I wanted to feel a certain way on Thanksgiving, just instead of feeling down and depressed and kind of under the weight of all these negative things that are happening, I wanted to have something happen that gave me a good feeling of hope and appreciation and gratitude. And not that I don't have so many things, I always try to stay in that energy, but we're talking about real life here. We all have things that just happen in our life, and when they happen, you have to be realistic. I don't believe in denying things. The thing that's important is, what do you do? What do you do with the feelings? Do you stay there and let it get you down, or do you create a new visualization and do your best to keep creating that love energy, that expectation energy? Be sure that you look at my strawberry story at my website, peaceofsuccess.com, and keep in mind when you're worrying about other people and letting things get you down, you're just creating more of that fear energy. So you have to break that. You have to stop it. Just do anything you can to get it out of your mind, and have some other picture or image that you put in there, and then do what I've been doing. Find those things, find those inspirational, maybe it's CDs or something on television or something on the radio you can listen to, or just anything that, be around positive people as much as possible, and try to create as much of that positive energy. But once again, here it is, 2 things that I had created a visualization for. One of them was very small. One of them was very, very big deal to me. This is a project I've had in mind and been looking for the right person for a long time. And here it is, the day before Thanksgiving, and I just feel so good. I feel so grateful. So tomorrow, as I walk in my kitchen, there it will be again, that feeling of gratitude and just appreciation, and that knowingness that once again, because I created an image, a visualization, and I focused my attention and my energy into that, I created love energy to attach to that, it's happened again. So please follow this example as much as you can, and if you're not creating, if you're not being proactive in creating the way, the images the way you want things to be, if you're focused on how they are and the things that upset you, you really want to break that habit and be proactive and co-creative. Create this new future, the future that you would like.